What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome back into the Quick Pitch MLB DFS podcast and live stream recording here for Monday's 7-game main slate starting at 6:40 Eastern Time. James, man, NFL Sunday is taking over, right? The NFL is here, week one in the middle of it, but we still got a little bit more of the MLB DFS season to finish out.
Yeah, and a nice little 7-gamer to kick us off on a Monday after the first week of the NFL season during the final game of week one. And it should be a good one. We have some elite pitchers, mainly Spencer Strider because he's the best pitcher ever.
We got the human quality start.
We got the human quality start, even in a game that he allows 4 runs. 2, John, burned. Still pulls out a quality start. You know what? I love that nickname. That was a good one. On the fly, off the cuff.
Yeah.
The human quality start. I think that's what he should just put on, like when it's the nickname jersey day next year.
Mm-hmm.
That should be what Fran Bar goes with.
Yeah, the human quality start. I agree with you there. So like I said, we got a lot to get to. We'll touch on it now. At pitching, you mentioned Spencer Strider against San Francisco's at 10-1. Framber's at 10-7 against Detroit. Chris Bassett feels like a name I haven't seen on a slate in a very long time. He is $10,000 at home against the Cubs. There's no 9K pitchers, so on DraftKings, that is your top 3 starters. Can you rank them for me?
Strider 1, because I don't know what to say about the guy. He's
strikeout upside.
He is, yeah. He's as good as it gets. I almost wish we got like a full season of Spencer Strider as a starter, because I don't know how many strikeouts could he have ended up with? Could we have gotten 300 strikeouts this year from the guy? He has 183 and 120 innings.
Right.
That's absurd.
Remember when we were worried about his pitch count there for a bit? 104, 102, 106, 103, the next 4 starts. Made us look like fools.
Yep. 7+ Ks in each game, including a 16 strikeout game against the Rockies. The guy is amazing. So I'll go Strider 1, Frambar 2, Bassett 3. I don't hate any of them. Bassett coming off a really good start in his own, on his side of the fence, but
really good at home this year. 2-7.
Yeah, really good at home. It's just Frambar's been obviously more consistent on a regular basis, and Strider has more upside than anyone else on the slate.
That's true. Faced Detroit early this year, 6 innings, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts, quality start. The strikeouts for Frambar is what's really getting me. Early in the year, he kind of floated in that mid strikeout range. 8, 8, and 11 his last 3 starts. So
we're missing bats.
Yeah, and now he gets Detroit. So next tier down, we got a returning John Gray from the IL against Miami. We got Tyler Anderson against Arizona. Alex Cobb against Atlanta is your 8K range.
Interesting to see what Gray's pitch count's going to be. Didn't do a rehab start. This is his first start, as you mentioned, back from the IL. He missed, a month? Almost a month and a half?
Injury, yeah.
With an oblique injury. So there's no rehab. There's no anything. What are we expecting? There's no, reason to push him. So I don't think I'd get there. But if we found out that there's no limitations, it's a pretty good matchup against Miami. They're not exactly, a very potent offense. Tyler Anderson, slow and steady. Gonna get you somewhere between 13 and 20 fantasy points probably.
Yeah.
If you want to go there in cash, I think that's fine. And Alex Cobb, it's GPPs only. He's good, he's bad, he's good, he's bad, he's good, he's bad. So
Anderson is averaging 25 fantasy points in 2 starts against Arizona.
That's interesting, because he's not really typically a
I'm going through the game
upside guy.
Let's see if there was. He had 6 shutout. Yeah, so he went 6 shutout, and then he went 7 innings, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts. He faced them all the way back in May, though. May 17th and May 29th is when he faced them. He had 25 fantasy points in both starts. Arizona, again, is very hit or miss offensively. Especially when it comes to their how they hit lefties, right? So that's
so far through September they're 26th in OPS. Yeah. Again, 11-day sample, right? But 26th in OPS. They have a 27% K rate over that span.
Yeah. The tier below, Jose Berrios, Eduardo Rodriguez, Mike Minor, And we have a returning Braxton Garrett to the mound against Texas here.
I mean, I don't know what to make of Jose Barrios, but at this point, like, probably just fade and move on.
Yeah, I mean, look at these. These are kind of like interesting run, right? Like New York Yankees, 6 innings, 1 earned. Boston, 6 innings, 2 earned. Faces the Cubs, gets rocked. Goes against Baltimore, 6 innings, 2 earned. So quality starts in 3 of the last 4. If they would get him wins in any of these other starts, he would have some pretty big outings. Boston, he would have had over 20 fantasy points. He had 30 against the Yankees. Baltimore, he did get a win, but he didn't strike anybody out until he only had 11 fantasy points. I'm probably with you. I don't think I go Barrios, but he's had such a weird season. You're not going to play Erod against Houston, I don't think, right?
No, but are we?
Yeah.
Do we, John? Don't say that. Are we going to play Mike Minor?
No, I'm not playing Mike Minor. I mean, I know he's a lefty. Here's the thing: he's a lefty against Pittsburgh, but I did this before, and it didn't work.
You did. I think to that point, I think didn't you play you played his strikeout prop or something?
Yeah.
And we know better to play.
It was only 4.5.
Minor strikeout.
It was only
prop.
4.5. I thought he could get it done. He didn't.
Well, just so you can, and in case anyone wants to go back to that, during the month of September, Pittsburgh 29.6% K rate, third highest in the league.
I'm not doing it. Garrett was a good strikeout pitcher there for a bit. I don't know how we're feeling. We have the battle of the obliques here. Braxton Garrett coming back from an oblique injury. John Gray coming back from an oblique injury. Whose oblique is stronger right now? That's the question.
It looks like Braxton Garrett's oblique has been injured for less time than John Gray.
True.
If that matters at all. But you're right. He does have some big time strikeout upside.
He even had some rehab. He had 3 1/3 innings in his rehab outing. So,
he threw 46 pitches. There's the report stated that he's probably going to throw somewhere between 60 to 75.
Yeah, that's too bad. All right.
I mean, if he's 75, I could be okay with, but we just don't know if he's going to get there.
Yeah.
Who's promising 75? That's just like a random report.
Yeah, if he goes 60, he's gonna pitch 4 innings. So
right.
It's too bad because we've seen how Texas has been. They obviously have a good offense, but they also have they've been giving us some good fantasy scores for the pitchers against them lately as well. So value guys again, not many here. You have Assad, you have Nelson, Bryce Wilson, and then we have a Cooper Criswell making his debut here. For the Rays.
Yeah, it looks like Criswell is not going to be someone who goes deep into games. He's been throwing 3 or 4 innings.
Plus, it's the Rays. They love their.
Plus, it's the Rays. Yeah, that feels like a big time stay away. I mean, Ryan Nelson we picked on him.
We did
in that start.
You picked on him, and then I believed you, and we were dead wrong.
Yep.
I'm blaming you.
That.
I'm blaming
you. Okay. Well, you know what? That night. 40% of the field also believed with me.
I know.
And none of us. That was the night we still cashed that
Actually,
lineup. We had Jerks and Profar.
Yeah, because we only played Manny Machado and Jerks and Profar, and everybody else just full stacked that game.
Full stack Soto.
And Profar had the only 2 hits, or 2 of the 4 hits.
Yeah, he literally had two doubles, and that was
2
it.
doubles,
yep.
Yeah. So, we're smart.
Unfortunately, Nelson now faces the Dodgers.
Are you saying he can't do it again? He just faced the Padres, right?
I feel like those 2 teams at this current moment are slightly different offenses.
Who do you think is more pissed, the Padres for all the moves they made for them to be as bad as they still are, or
I think the Padres. I mean, they probably didn't expect Fernando Tatis to go get a haircut.
It's true.
And end up with getting popped for steroids.
True, that's true. So that's our pitcher spot here. Catcher. Again, some interesting matchups I think that we could target. I like both of the Braves catchers against Cobb. Yep. Vasquez, if he's in the lineup against Erod, I think could be a little bit interesting. We know Kirk in the middle of that lineup for Toronto. Mid-tier.
Carson Kelly gets a lefty.
Yeah, Carson Kelly gets a lefty. My boy Eric Haas homered twice off a lefty the other day.
I know. Good. It's a one-off. If you're gonna play him, it's a one-off.
Yeah, you're not gonna play against Framber. I'm just pointing out the fact that he did the things we expected. Let's see.
You know who I'd play, John? Danny Jansen coming alive. 379 his last 10 games, 4 hits on.
Yeah, is he going to be in the lineup again? Though I guess is the question. He played, he's 9th and the 10th. Didn't play yesterday. Didn't play on the so we'll see. They're loaded with catcher. That's his problem.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Catcher.
Sure.
Let's see. The Red Sox aren't on the slate, so there's no value to play, unfortunately. Because those guys, Plawecki just had like 3 hits the other day. Like those catchers just all get in the lineup.
Whoever's in the lineup just hitting, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Betancourt maybe against Berrios.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah, I would.
Right?
I would.
I think Betancourt's my value today.
Yeah, I'm okay playing anyone against
Berrios.
He's just not like, even in these games you were mentioning, like he allowed 8 hits last game in a win. So like if Betancourt gets you 2 knocks, scores a run. I mean,
$2,800. So I think Betancourt's probably where I'm going to go with a catcher.
Agreed.
You want to just lock him in? Want to throw him in there?
I do.
Okay.
Yep, let's lock that in.
All right. First base position. Vladdy against Criswell. Alonso gets Assad. Freddie, I never hit home runs. Freeman is up there at $5,600. I say that in jest because that's why I say that he homers in back-to-back games. Yep. Of course.
Now it's hitting 330 on the year, just like chugging along. Gonna win a lawsuit.
If he had more home runs, he would win the MVP, right?
Probably. Gonna win a lawsuit. Gonna win the World Series. Gonna win like batting title. No big deal.
Yep.
Doesn't hit home runs though.
He's got 19 now, 2 in the last 3 games. You got Matt Olson against Alex Cobb there. Christian Walker gets the lefty and Anderson. Again, Anderson's been good. Walker's been very good as well lately also. So
he's having a monster year. He
is, for a guy that's still only hitting 239, but where he was, like under 200, like a month and a half ago, right? So good year for Christian Walker. So
7 for 21 off Tyler Anderson with a bomb.
I like it. So I mean, like that's like your 4K and above range. So I mean, Walker in the mid tiers is certainly, I think, the target for most of us.
I like Freeman a lot.
Yeah,
I'm going right back to Ryan Nelson. He was getting crushed, and you know what? We should have seen the writing on the wall, and you kind of alluded to it. Like the Padres just haven't been good. Period. They just have not been good.
Yeah, Matt Olson hasn't been good either. 088 his last 10 games for an average.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah,
I like
Freeman's probably the right play, right? Nelson, escaped. What was his? Do we have? Let's see. What does Fangraphs
He was getting killed by lefties.
Yeah. Does Fangraphs have what his FIP was for that game that he was able to escape?
Yeah, we can pull it. Yeah, we'll pull it up. Let's see. We'll see. Ryan Nelson.
We'll see what he's got.
Had 282 xFIP. So his 222 BABIP. So maybe some luck involved, but 282 xFIP, 284 Sierra. So
okay,
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. I still like Freeman. I'm with you there. Guys down below under $4,000. I think maybe Tampa Bay stack is something we look at for today.
Yep. Agreed.
We could get in there. Harold Ramirez is in that lineup. Let's see. Kevin Biggio's 2,700 still if he finds his way. G-Man is 2,500. If he's been struggling, but couple hits the last couple of games, maybe starting to get him going there.
Yeah, lefties are killing. Lefties against Berrios is here. Yeah. Hitting 300, 890 OPS, 382 WOBA.
They don't have a lot of lefties in that lineup, though, right?
No, expected. They got Wanderback, Brandon Lau, and Peralta. So they have 3, and I guess if G-Man's in the lineup, 4. So 4 of the 9 could potentially be lefty bats.
Yeah, it's too bad for Wander. We were excited for that for his season.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we really were.
All right, second base position.
Wait, I have a one more punt for us.
Here we go.
Because Bryce Wilson is so bad. Spencer Steer.
Okay.
Been batting 5th for the Reds. It's in Great American. Bryce Wilson is literal trash. So I think Spencer Steer and the Reds could be an interesting and Donovan Solano for that matter, 2,900 for either one of those guys. I think.
Okay. I'll throw the Michael Chavis.
Okay,
Versus
against
the
lefty. Yep.
Little hat tip in there in Cincinnati as well too. So like big pitcher hitters park boost. So are we gonna stack Rays and Pirates today? Find out. Stay tuned. We'll build the lineup at the end of the show. Second base position, Mookie Betts still has second base eligibility on DraftKings. $6,300 for him. Altuve against the lefty Nerod at 58. John Birdie is back in the show. Stolen bases galore with a righty on the board, potentially for him there. India is at 53. Semien is at 51. That's your 5K and above range. I know we mentioned Lau at 4,900. Guy is still just not hitting the baseball.
Yeah, no, he's been a corpse. Yeah. I think Altuve is the target. I think you can get to India as well. Probably got more on FanDuel. India on FanDuel is 3,300.
What I like about Altuve is for the season, the last 10 games, he also has 4 stolen bases. So like he's back to running.
Finally, man, It's been a couple years since we've gotten that.
16 stolen bases total this season, and a quarter of them came in the last 10 games.
Jose Altuve, John, against Eduardo Rodriguez. 6 for 19 with 2 bombs. And then on the year, he's hitting 333 with a 461 WOBA against left-handed pitching. So I think Altuve is the target.
Yeah.
I think the Astros are going to be pretty popular here.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I know when we get to third base, we're going to be
in on Bregman,
probably in on Bregman, even though it is against a lefty. So next tier down, we have McNeil against Assad at 46. I think we may have some interest the way he's been raking the baseball. Marte is at least cheaper. Gets a lefty. He had been struggling at the dish, so I don't know if we're going to necessarily go in that direction, but the value could potentially be there as well. Let's see, Grissom at 31. Just play Grissom again.
It's probably just play Grissom. I mean, he's just. 2 games ago, he has 1 hit, but he steals a base. So, he's hit 5 home runs. He has a 509 slug. He literally just does everything.
They don't move his price tag. Why would we not?
They don't move his price tag.
Why do we not?
I know.
Him? So
I agree.
Is there a second baseman you would play over him today, or do we lock in Grissom for value?
Maybe Altuve.
Okay.
Maybe as possibly the top spend of the slate.
Okay.
So let's leave that open let's leave that
open. Let's see. Is Castro hitting lefties here? Rodolfo?
He hits lefties. He hits lefties really well.
Yeah, so he is 24.
He's batting 333 WOBA against lefties. So most of the power is from the right side of the plate.
That's all I got. Anybody else for you?
No, I'm with you.
Okay, third base position, as we talked about. Riley against Cobb at 57. I feel like Riley... 901 OPS, 5 home runs his last 10 games for Austin Riley.
All he's doing. Just hitting home runs.
Yeah, not hitting for average, but just hitting home runs. Bregman gets the Erod matchup, like we talked about. He's homered the other day. A little slump, not really hitting lefties as well as righties this year, but still, it could be a spot for him here. You got both Dodgers third baseman here with Turner and Muncy. I think you could play either of them. Obviously, Turner being the cheaper guy at 47 probably makes him a bit more appealing in that spot.
Coming off a double dong yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about it, right? He's just going to finish the year with 20 home runs. It was a good year for Justin Turner. It's no, it's a good month.
20 home runs, gonna hit 290 somehow. He's been batting 240 all year.
830 OPS.
I know.
Yep. He's winning people their fantasy playoffs at the moment. So.
Yep, sure is.
So that's you're probably your mid-tier guy. Anybody else that you like?
I don't hate Kyle Farmer I know he hits lefties way better, but dude, I am just not high on Bryce Wilson at all. So if you are playing Reds, you can go there. Brian Hayes hits lefties 3,400.
Sure.
But he's largely disappointing this year.
Yeah. We can't go to Candelario as much as I would like to. 314, 1,000 OPS for the last 10 days out of Candelario, but not going to play him against Framber. So that is it for me at third base.
Yeah, you could play Rodolfo Castro at third too if you wanted to.
Sure. Shortstop, top guys: Lindor, Turner, Bichette, still hitting the baseball. 500 but a 1600 OPS for Bo Bichette.
That's crazy.
We play him the day he goes 0 for 4 with the run, and then he follows it up with a home run and then a 3 double. So, screw us.
Yeah.
Where are you locking in a top shortstop here?
It's Turner or Bichette. It's probably still Bichette at the top, but I'm perfectly fine going Trey Turner as well. So I think they're the two clear cut number 1 and 2 options.
Yeah. In the mid tier range, Wander at 49. I know, he's been only a couple games, had 3 hits in the first one. Nothing too big after that, but it's a good price for him. He was a guy that's always over 5K, and we like the matchup against Berrios here.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Again, Berrios struggles against lefties. I think Wander is actually better against righties. Lefties he is. Yeah, lefties. But, I'm okay going there.
I agree with you. Mid-tier guys you like?
Nobody. No, Kevin Newman. There's no power whatsoever. But he's hitting 367 against lefties this year. So, I'm probably the only person under $4,000 I would really consider. I don't see many other options.
I'm looking. I
think it's Kevin Newman, or we're just spending up somewhere.
Play Yu Chang in 2100.
Yeah, Yu Chang if he's in the lineup, but he was designated for assignment.
Oh, right, because Wander's back. Got it. Yeah, there's nobody here. Yikes. So shortstop is. Do we lock in Wander then, or Bichette?
Or Bichette, yeah. I think with the way Bichette is hitting right now, I lean his direction.
If we play Bichette, we probably aren't fitting in Altuve. Do you go back to Grissom?
Yeah, because we didn't really like a lot of pitcher outside of
the top guys, right?
Top guys, yeah.
Well, we'll figure this out. We'll go to outfield.
Okay. There's gonna be some cheap outfielders.
Yeah, Betts is obviously in the top outfielder. Arozarena at $6,100. Yeesh.
Yeah.
So that's a pricey Arozarena.
Yeah, that's pricey.
Springer's at 55. Let's see. You got both Jordan and Tucker are lefties, so not really a great spot for them.
I don't think Erod has been necessarily good against lefties. He's always been a weird splits guy, though.
He's been a weird pitcher his whole career. He's had bouts of ridiculous dominance and then times where he can't get anybody up.
You ready for this against lefties this year?
Yeah, they smoke him.
Eduardo Rodriguez, 319 batting average, 1,000 OPS, 432 WOBA against lefties. Jordan has a 400 WOBA against lefties himself.
Okay, so maybe Jordan's involved. The problem with Erod when he as a lefty is that he'll throw the breaking ball and it doesn't break. And it just hangs. It just hangs in the middle of the plate for left-handed bats, so they just smoke it. Let's see. Nimmo's at 51. Teoscar's back at 5K. Varsho's been on another one.
Yeah, he has been.
But he's a lefty against Anderson, so probably not there. Margot's at 48. Brian Reynolds versus Minor, right? Not hitting it well, but we're just playing the matchup here.
Dude, Michael Harris is on one right now.
Did
Holy
we pass?
cow.
Oh, yeah, Brian Hayes is 3,400. Did you mention him?
No, I mentioned him.
Again, they're not hitting well if you look at their recent numbers, but we're just playing the spot.
Dude, Michael Harris is on one.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah,
432, 1,300 OPS.
Mm-hmm. They paid him
93 games. He has 18 home runs and 16
Why does it feel like the Braves always just have the next guys?
They do. And then they sign them for under market contracts when
20 years for $200 million.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. They started it with Albies, and then it just has never stopped. They just these dudes are just they're all signed through 2035.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, Harris at 46 is good. Listen, I've thrown a Grissom out there a few times. A Harris-Grissom stack could be in play.
I'm down.
Let's see. Adolis gets the lefty and Garrett, at least for a little bit. Jake McCarthy hits everybody.
Dude.
Does he win Rookie of the Year? Is it too late for him to win Rookie of the Year? That's the question.
It's probably too late, but
he's got 17 stolen bases and 8 home runs in 80 games.
If we're talking about a push, Well, the only problem is in 13 more games, Michael Harris has 18 home runs and 16 stolen bases.
True.
Like
Tough class,
tough class, dude. Very, very tough class for Jake McCarthy.
Tough class,
McCarthy. But like I mean, guaranteed.
Lefties, righties, it doesn't matter. He hits them.
He's guaranteeing himself an everyday role next
year. Yeah. You were on it the other day. You said, who I've been playing a lot of, John, lately? TJ Friedl. And then he homered.
Dude, this is why I was thinking like we could get Altuve.
Yeah. We just spend outfield again.
Dude, the Reds outfielders are just too cheap. Like Fraley and Friedl get the righty-lefty matchup here. And Bryce Wilson has allowed a 331 batting average, 980 OPS, 415 WOBA to lefties. It's not good.
You want to throw Friedl? You want to throw Friedl and Carroll in the lineup here? Little two man Cincy stack.
You want? You mean you were looking at Fraley, but you said Corbin Carroll because they're right next to each other.
Did I say Carroll? Okay.
Yeah, I know what you meant, but
Fraley and Friedl
tripped me up a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
Right? I mean, Bryce Wilson is not good, dude.
I'm fine.
Bad.
We don't have any weather on today's slate, right?
Not that I see, no.
Okay, good. All right, maybe we can get Altuve in there then. So I threw them in for now. We'll test the waters and see what else we can come up with here. Any other value outfielders for you?
Stone Garrett keeps hitting, keeps literally crushing baseballs. I know it's against Anderson, but 382 over his last 10. He's hitting 405 on the year.
I know.
2 stolen bases on Sunday. I don't know why he didn't play for 6 days. That was kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Were they facing righties?
I guess. They have 12.
They play Alec Thomas whenever the righties are on the mound.
Yeah, they have 12 lefty outfielders. They literally Varsho, McCarthy, Carroll, Alec Thomas, all lefty outfielders.
They play them all whenever righties on the mound. So Stone Garrett is I'm over here hey, I'm having a great year.
Hitting 400 by the way, guys.
And the coach is cool, go hit the cage. Stay sharp.
Yeah, Chas McCormick hits lefties. I mentioned it.
Yeah,
unfortunately, last night he wasn't in the lineup. I know. It's
big sad.
Bubba Thompson, two stolen bases yesterday, a stolen base on Saturday, 5 in his last 10 games, hitting 375. Sure. He gets the lefty matchup here.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. Give me your home run play.
Home run play. I'm gonna go with Altuve.
See, I thought you were gonna go Cincy. I'm going to go with TJ Friedl.
I'll
steal your boy.
It's a good one. Great American. Friedl just crushing baseballs currently.
I'll steal your boy.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we got. We got Altuve for you, Friedl for me. I guess we're putting Altuve in the lineup here then. So we got Betancourt, Altuve, Bichette, Fraley, and Friedl in our lineups at the current moment.
I think we're going to probably go Strider or Valdez. That's a safe bet on the mound.
If we play both, we have 3K per position. Let's go.
Strider Anderson? Do you like that? There's just I don't know where else we'd go.
Yeah, probably Strider Anderson.
What else is on the board that we like?
Right. You're right. Strider Anderson. $3,800 a player.
Definitely better than $3,000.
It is. You liked Steer, so 3-man Cincy stack.
Interesting. You also like G-Man down there, though. I don't know if.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't say. I don't know if you like G-Man as much as.
I just mentioned G-Man.
Yeah. First base.
We didn't really care for much at third base either, right? So, I felt like that.
Well, you also like Chavis at first.
I did like Chavis at first.
We could do a Chavis Cabrian, probably hitting right next to each other, somewhere in there in that range.
We did. Let's see. Let's do Chavis. Let's see what this comes out to. We'll do Chavis.
2,000. That's saving. That's just gonna save so much money.
And then Brian Reynolds, and we have a $4,700 third baseman. We can one off Justin Turner.
Yeah, I think Justin Turner. I mean, dude, he's been incredible.
Or we just, Kyle Farmer, as you mentioned, is in that range as well. But Turner.
I think it's.
Well, then that's the lineup, right? We have Spencer Strider, Tyler Anderson at pitcher. We have Betancourt at catcher, Chavis at first base, one off of Jose Altuve at 5,800, a one off of Justin Turner at 47, and a one off of Bo Bichette at shortstop. So three straight one off plays there. We have Fraley and Friedel in the outfield, and Brian Reynolds finishing it off. So
Pittsburgh, Cincy
two-man stacks. With some power bats in the center of the lineup there with Altuve, Turner, and Bichette. So
I like it, dude.
And some good pitching, right? So Anderson's a favorite to win. We know Strider has a lead strikeout upside especially against a team like San Francisco. So I'm in it. That's the lineup for today. James is on the playbook, and remember, as of now, the all pro access code NFL 50 is still valid with week 1. With week 1 still here.
Oh my gosh.
So I implore you, go to fantasy.com/all-pro. Use promo code NFL50. You save 50% off the first 6 months, which takes you all the way through the NFL season. You get everything that we do on site, not just NFL, but all DFS content for about $20 a month for 6 months. Not only do you get access to all of the content, but you also get access to our premium Discord channel, where you can ask us questions, help you set your lineups, and dominate the DFS season. So go ahead, take part of that. Click the link below the video, or if you're listening on the podcast, go to fantasylineup.com/all-pro. Promo code NFL50 at checkout to take advantage of the offer. But for now, James and I will catch you guys later.